This is the plaintiff, Lisa Tubbs. She says she stored some of her valuable, very sentimental things in the basement of her friend, the defendant's house, and the woman decided to toss them into the trash. She's a terrible person. She doesn't know why the woman would do something like that to her and is suing for $5,000, a fraction of her belongings' value. This is the defendant, Nancy. She says she promised to hold on to 5 or 6 boxes for the plaintiff, but the woman ended up leaving her over 20 boxes. The plaintiff promised to come over and go through all the junk. Never did, and after 6 months of the junk being abandoned in her house, she threw the boxes out. Bottom line, you can't make this woman's lunacy up. The plaintiff has no case, and if anyone's owed money here, it's her. She's accused of tossing it all away. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $5,000 for storage, lost wages, and defamation of character.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Lisa Tubbs, you are suing Nancy. You've asked me to refer to only by your first name for $5,000 in items that you say she, in an unauthorized fashion, tossed of yours that she was supposed to be holding on to. You have a counterclaim against her for storage for a year, plus packing fees, plus a bunch of other expenses that you say she should have to pay, plus defamation of character. All right, ladies, what happened?
You want me to start?
Yeah, you're the plaintiff. That's how we
Okay,
do.
thank you.
Yeah.
It's basically a story about friendship and betrayal. I had asked my friend Nancy to help me move in March of 2016.
Okay, help
my
you move
house.
from where to where?
I was moving from a house in Scarsdale, New York, to a 2-bedroom apartment in Manhattan.
Okay.
And as part of the agreement, I told her I would compensate her. After the entire move was done, I had 18 to 22 boxes that I couldn't fit in my home.
Right.
It consisted of their handprints, their baby prints, their footprints, their birth certificates, photo albums.
If these are precious, why would you leave them with someone else?
Because I trusted her.
But how long did you leave them there?
Well, I was going to only leave them, we weren't really sure, I had to find another place. Ultimately, I was going to move them to my brother's home.
What day did you leave them there? I'll figure
Okay,
it.
from April, I think it was.
Of what year?
April 3rd, 2016.
Okay.
Roughly, that was the date that the movers delivered it to her home.
Okay. Now, you had said that you had stored stuff for 16 months, but it's
No, not 16 months.
like 12 months, right?
12 months, yes.
Okay. Because you've known each other how long?
On and off for 5 years. There's been other issues before. This is not surprising to me.
Then why'd you leave your stuff there for a year?
Because I thought she was a changed
Wait, if it's
woman.
not surprising, you said to me you left it there because you trusted her, and
I
now you're telling
trusted
me
her.
I'm not surprised. I knew I shouldn't have trusted her. What's that?
Because
All right.
I made a
So
mistake
you
that I
leave the
trusted
stuff
her.
there in April of 2016.
Now, in June of 2016, I had come up to her home to condense the boxes.
All right. So tell me what happens then. You think it's going to be for how long?
Just a few, maybe a month at the most.
But what, is that what? Because she said that,
She
or because you
said-
assumed
No,
that?
because she said,
And I'm going to see that in the text?
yes, she
Okay,
said,
and then when do you finally tell her you really need to pick the stuff up?
well, July 20th, I sent her a text saying, you know, we need to make arrangements. She said to me, I work and I can do it when my boss is on vacation. I said, when will that be? And she said, the first 2 weeks of August. So I said, great. Then the 2 weeks of August came, and then she said to me, can we please push it back until I take Allie back to school? So I said, okay, but you know, then we have to get it out. So what happened was, I asked her again, I said, I really don't want to keep nagging you, but, you know, and that's in text. Other than that,
that's in September.
Right. But other
say,
than
I don't
that,
want to be a nag,
I don't
but
wanna
when
be a
are you
nag,
going to
but
do this?
I need you to get the stuff out.
Right.
Okay. So then we were doing business together at that point. So we were
Wait,
talking
what
on the
business
phone.
were you guys doing together?
Rodan and Fields, skincare.
What does that mean? Skincare?
It's skincare.
Okay, so what actually were you two doing?
Oh, well, I was working in that company, and when Lisa came to my house, she saw that I was selling it, and she thought it would be a good thing for her to do with her one of her friends who she works with in the business.
So how are you partners, or how are each of your profits affect each other?
It's not. It's a network marketing company. So then there was some problems with business because it was
Between the two of you?
Yes, because it was getting a little stressful.
Why?
We went on a business trip together, and it was a very stressful time. She and her business partner were having some situations in front of our display, and I found it very stressful. And
What does that mean? I don't know what you're saying.
they were arguing.
Oh, okay.
They were arguing in front of people, and I just don't conduct business that way. And I said that to her and her business partner, and things started becoming strained. So at that point, I had to make a decision: is it worth the money or the stress?
So you send her an email where you say to her, I'm sorry, this isn't working out, and we're done.
Right. And so I had to ask her to leave. At that point, she got angry and said, I'm coming to pick up my stuff. So I wrote back, when's the pickup date? And then...
Wait, she got angry with you, so I'll show you, I'll pick up all my stuff.
Yeah,
Okay,
which
go ahead.
I was like, but that's
Yeah,
what
that's
I want you
fabulous.
to do.
Okay.
Yes,
Right.
please, come.
Right.
So anyhow, then when I said, give me a pickup date, she goes, it's going to have to be after the holidays. So I said, I'll get in touch with you after the holidays. Then January came, and I said, if you don't come,
When do you say that?
January 23rd.
That's an email.
Yes.
And you've got that email. So on
Yes.
January 23rd, she emails you, enough's enough. You took advantage of my generosity. You have 24 assorted size boxes, leather stools, fur coat, yada, yada, but all, it goes on and on and on. And then she says, because apparently it's really stressing her out to talk to you. You may communicate with Pastor Amalia by text about the date and time for pickup at my mother's house.
So that, to me, what I read to that was to call the pastor, which I did. I have never spoken to the pastor because there's nobody that answers that number. And in July, actually, she finally responded to me, which is
July?
I know.
What? No, I'm sorry, I don't understand. Why don't you just, you apparently have an email communication.
She told me to contact Pastor Amelia to pick up her stuff at her mother's.
Okay,
So
did
to
you move
me-
the stuff to your mother's?
Yes.
All right, and did she ever call Pastor Amelia?
Yes. Oh, sorry.
No, Pastor told me no.
It's on my
so-
cell phone.
Okay. Did you communicate by text with Pastor Amelia?
She never answered until July.
Okay, but there
It's
is
just
an
there.
email that says you can pick up the stuff at any time
Anytime.
at my mother's, and that email is dated what?
January 23rd.
23rd. She says anytime. It's all there. Contact them, but you can go anytime. They're there all the time. Tell me when you went.
I couldn't reach the pastor.
Did you drive by to pick up your stuff?
I would not drive by. It would be trespassing.
Driving by would be trespassing?
Well, I could drive by, but
You
what
can't
would
knock
be
on
the
a door.
point? The case
I
is
have a
that
case
she's-
where I have email after email
Correct.
every month of you taking advantage
I
of
wasn't
free
taking
storage.
advantage of it.
But I do. You keep saying how, oh, the only reason I didn't pick up my stuff is because I didn't know how to, I didn't have information. Except that's not what I see in
So
the
does that
emails.
give
I see
somebody-
repeatedly her
Okay.
telling you, look, at 6 p.m. January 31st, I'm donating them to the church. Here's everything you have. You may communicate with Pastor Amelia the date and time for pickup at my mother's house. I truly wish it didn't come to this. Lisa, I was a really good friend to you. The response isn't, hey, Pastor Amelia's not answering. It's, you are a disaster. How dare you? Your generosity, how about mine? Don't threaten me ever again. Trust me, do not. Not about 6 p.m. January 31st. Why should I connect with the pastor? Not the pastor's not answering. Blah, blah, blah. And it just went on and on. That's what I heard. Not I can't reach a pastor. So now time passes. She says from 11 to 1 and gives you 3 dates.
And then
So
she's-
which of those days did you pick it all
She
up?
never answered me again.
I'm sorry, I see the answer
Where?
on Wednesday, April 19th, where
Right.
she gives you the time and says from 11 to 1. There's no more back and forth at that point.
Okay.
When did you go pick it up on
I
those
didn't
days?
because she didn't confirm one of the dates.
What did you end up doing with the stuff?
She
Because some
threw
of
it
the stuff
away.
was sentimental.
Okay, so honestly, what happened, I gave away to different churches and different people some of the furniture and stuff.
There was not.
There-
It's
Okay,
not your
you're
turn.
right.
Go.
Sorry.
So then the sentimental things were still there, and I still
Where are
have-
they right now?
Now they're in the garbage. They were thrown out
When did you throw them out and why?
in June
Why though?
because I didn't want to be responsible for it anymore. I've had it.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, would you do business with a friend?
Probably not.
Why?
I wouldn't want their opinion to interfere with what I was doing.
Fair enough, but at least you know the person. You're not going to business with a stranger.
I would do it, but probably not the best idea.
Why?
Not a good idea.
Why?
It may interfere with your friendship.
So I love this. So you realize that, yet you say you'd still do it.
Yeah, because you want to do stuff with your friends.
But yet you say that it's a bad idea.
For business, it's a bad idea.
So basically you do things that you know are bad ideas.
Not often, but from time to time.
Can I just stay here and put you more in the spot?
No, please, let it go.
Okay, going inside the courtroom.
You have a counterclaim against her for $5,000 for what?
Okay, so.
You can't claim a year's storage because you were giving her free storage. So you can't
Okay.
create a contract
All right.
where there was none. Well, the bulk of it is really defamation of character and loss
Yes,
of...
because after.
Because a lot of all this other stuff is packing that you did to move it from here to there because it was bothering you. Which the simple answer to that is just tell her, get it out, or I'm throwing it out in February or July or whenever it was that you were sick of it. Defamation of character and loss of income. Tell me about that, $1,500.
Okay, she started to go on Facebook and text my friends for their phone numbers and
Yes.
telling them that what I had done and where's the stuff, when she was clearly told that the stuff was thrown out.
Okay, so what is in those Facebook posts that you deem to be defamatory?
Do you want to see the?
Yeah, apparently that's the fastest way. Hand it over. Okay, she's trying to get phone numbers. How is this defamatory? The answer is it's not. This is not that's not
Okay.
defamatory.
All right, so now,
I'm going to tell you what you did wrong. You have somebody doing you a favor, saving you on storage fees every single month. And what is it you do when they finally have lost it? June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, when they finally said, look, pick it up in the next week or I'm donating it. Instead of having a little humility and saying, I am so sorry. Thank you so much for all you've done. I'm going to be by there at such and such a time. You send an email to her saying, how dare you? You're a disaster. I'm not speaking to your pastor. I'm not with everything I've done for you. You need to be smarter than that because if nothing, she has your stuff. You can yell at her after you get your stuff, but saying that kind of thing and then disappearing after she gives you date and even after the 31st. She still gives you sometime in May or something, or an April date, a May date, and a second May date. And the times, 11 to 1, so that now there's no more discussion. And what happens? Nothing until yet another how many months later when the husband finally communicates with you?
July.
July. And we're surprised the stuff isn't here. You're surprised. No one else within the sound of my voice is surprised. On your lawsuit against her, 0. On your counterclaim against her for defamation and storage fees of, defamation of $1,500 and storage fees of $2,700, which is most of that, you can't impose a contract where there was none. And her trying to get your friends' phone numbers to get them to help you is aggressive, but it's not defamatory. On your lawsuit against her, 0. On her lawsuit against you, 0. She had a right to get rid of the stuff because you do not have a right for free storage when you've been warned over and over, month after month, it's time, can you get it, can you please get it? Just because she's mousy about it and isn't as aggressive as you and I are, it doesn't mean you get a chance to take advantage of her. She gave you fair warning. It is legally abandoned under the eyes of the law, and she could put it in the garbage can if she wants to.
Okay, thank you. Terrific.
So in these two competing $5,000 lawsuits, it ends up a 0-0 tie. Ms. Tobbs, you just got a stern lecture from the judge.
That's okay.
She let you have it.
That's fine. She can do that. She's allowed.
Yep.
Yep.
In the eyes of the law, she had every right to do what she wanted to do.
Right. It's the woman that threw the things away that has
Doesn't
to live
matter.
with herself.
She has the right to do it.
100%. Good
Sorry
comes
about
out.
that.
Oh, I don't care. I didn't care about the money. I cared about my children's things. That was it. And she lied about
if you really
the China.
cared, you would have gone and gotten
Well, I
that.
trusted her. So when
Well,
you
come on,
trust,
come on.
I trusted her. Trust,
Sorry,
she betrayed.
Sorry. She gave you a deadline, you ignored it. My goodness. Wow. What do you think?
I think that it was fair because I truly didn't expect to be sued after being.
No, it was a surprise. Bottom
was
line, the
surprise.
friendship is kaput.
Yes.
You don't have the material anymore. You're
Yeah.
happy about that? The judge says you're in the right?
Yes, and you know what? Some people will be unreasonable, and you have to be kind anyhow. You know, that's what it's about.
All right.
All right.
Well, you didn't win, so I can't congratulate you either.
It was a win.
It's all
so
over, okay?
It's all over. That's the
okay,
main thing.
good enough.
Thank you.
Bye for now. Wow, Harvey, what do you think?
Okay, Doug, so abandonment laws vary from state to state, but almost all of them say that you have to give the other person notice whenever you can get in touch with them that you're about to toss their stuff.